Cory Nochta epitomized everything that a football player should be.
Just picking up pieces that you didn't even know you needed picked up.
We know that you're getting worse and this is going to be a problem.
It was obviously the worst day of my life. So I close in saying that I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Please welcome Cory from the ALS Association Arizona chapter, who will read Lou Gehrig's famous Luckiest Man speech.
For the past 2 weeks, you have been reading about a bad break. Yet today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Born and raised Phoenix, Arizona. I went to Shea Middle School, Shadow Mountain High School, played for Ron Wolfley at Phoenix College.
Cory Nochta epitomized everything that a football player should be. From the very first practice in pads, when we put it on, boy, he stood out. And the reason why he stood out is because he loved the game and played the game with everything that he had.
As I got older, it really taught me about leadership, and learning from Ron and the other coaches on the staff really helped me be prepared for my captains and senior firefighters and chiefs, knowing my role in the department and doing my job the best I could. When you look around, wouldn't you consider it a privilege to associate yourself with such fine-looking men as they're standing in uniform?
He was always a great guy to work with, because when he'd come through the little doorway into the day room or something, you'd see him and he'd always just have something to say, because he's just ready. He's ready to go. He's ready to have a little battle of wits, and he's always ready to make light of a situation.
Been cool, always cracking jokes. Got this kind of like big brother, little brother relationship. He's just really easy guy to work with, man. You know, like I tell a lot of people on the job too, it's all about like, it's not necessarily how smart you are, how strong you are, it's all about your attitude. He's the kind of guy that does that, you know, comes in, just has the right attitude.
You train for everything, and you trust your crew members. They will save your life, they will save someone else's life. It's just amazing. Plus, you're hanging out with your best friends at work. You laugh together, you work out together, you eat together, shop together, everything together. You really rely on each other a lot. It first started at the fire station when I got out of the shower, put my socks on, and my left big toe would not extend forward. And I didn't think anything of it, and it happened again. And then eventually all my toes wouldn't work, and I started losing balance. And that's when I told Kim, I said, there's something wrong. And through many tests and figuring out it's not this, in the back of my mind, I knew something serious. And when I was diagnosed, it was obviously the worst day of my life. When I was told, of course, I broke down with the doctor and could barely talk. But with the diagnosis of ALS, you know that not one person has ever lived from it. Mm-hmm. So it's really tough at first. And then Excuse me. And sorry. And then you just you have to go on. I have kids, I have a wife, so there's no stopping. There's nothing that's gonna keep me from having one more month, one more day, one more hour with them.
ALS, or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is what we call a neurodegenerative disease. So that means that a part of the nervous system starts to die, and unfortunately we don't have any reason, any understanding as to why it starts to die, and so it will continue to progress. The rule is it could be anywhere, but the typical person with ALS is probably in their 40s to 50s. It's a little more common in men than in women. And for whatever reason, they tend to be very healthy, athletic people. So that's why it's more common in veterans, and it's now a service-connected disease because we saw so many young people that were veterans develop the disease.
It's truly so important for us to get the most of our time with him, and for the kids to get to make all those memories and have all the conversations and all the talks and life things that they might not get the experience to as a teenager or as a college student or things like that.
I really take it day by day. Now that I'm not working, I try to be with the family as much as possible. I still am a big goofball, so I like to keep it as light as possible, but we still have serious conversations because everything is slowly deteriorating. Like my legs, my hands, my tongue. So breathing and swallowing is getting harder. Every 3 months we go and see a team of what we call our ALS clinic. And so, it's really great because we go to Honor Health right here on Osborne, and we're able to see 8 different specialists in one day. It's never a fun time going because it's every 3 months and they test you on the same stuff. And every single time it gets worse. We go because they give great insight and help with whatever I need.
We know that you're getting worse and this is going to be a problem, but we need to prevent that from causing a bad outcome. So if somebody gets a cancer diagnosis, the first thing they and the cancer doctors do is say, we're going to fight the cancer, right? So with ALS, there's no fight. There's nothing we can do to really fight the disease. So instead, we really focus on quality of life, doing everything we can to make the time that they have as meaningful as possible, and also really try to focus on hope. There is no worse feeling than being hopeless. And I think what we do, and all ALS clinics across the country do, is to give those patients hope. So we talk about what is it that you want in the next 6 months? What can we do?
It's not like it's harder for me every day to do something, but in reality it is. It's just sometimes I get in my head and have to talk with Kim about where I'm at, and some days are a lot harder for me when I start thinking about the future. And she's amazing and helps guide me through things so that we can continue to be on the same page.
When you have a wife who has been a tower of strength and shown more courage than you dreamed existed, that's the finest I know.
I try to really honor wherever he's at in the process. His good days, his bad days. You know, I think being a nurse, sometimes it comes too easily sometimes, but I always really try to put him first and his feelings and what is going on, because he won't have this opportunity forever to do the things that are important or take part in all the things that he wants to. I think, you know, thankfully we've both been blessed with such amazing work families, and I think overall they've stepped up so much, just picking up pieces that you didn't even know you needed picked up.
You know, we're there every step of the way, probably sometimes a little too much bugging them, but you know, that's just what we do, and that's because we really do care about them.
Every week I have guys coming over, we go to lunch, we go out to dinner, we go to Suns games, we've gone to football games. Like, they're just my family, you know. They really are, and everyone steps up and helps.
When this happened, it was just like, it was all hands on deck, and it sucks, and just trying to think about that and putting yourself in his position, and especially Kim's too. I just couldn't imagine how that was, but it was a shock to the system, and everything he's going through it makes our department and our brotherhood that much stronger, that we're all rallying around him and just being there with him.
You just have to be around him, his passion, his will, his strength, and his courage, and the love that he has for his friends and for his family. Yeah, it was really easy to support him.
His reach was pretty big, and I don't think he even realized how big his reach was and how much he actually impacted everybody outside of the firehouse. So, like I said, I can't say it enough. He's just a great guy, and everybody stepping up to do stuff for him is just a testimony to how he is and how he's always been.
Yeah, I know you guys have been going through a lot, and the support with each other and family and with your fire crew and everybody has been amazing. And so we've been talking to a lot of people that we know that love what you guys are about and really want to help in any way they can. So we're going to go inside in a second, and they're going to show you guys a little bit of extra support to help you guys out for just everything going on, if that's all right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
We appreciate it.
What's up, Manny?
Cory, how you doing, my brother?
Oh, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, brother? Hey, so we got the crew here for you. It's your world, baby. It's world back in there. So we wanted to surprise you, and we have some special guests here that are actually here to give you an additional surprise.
Not these guys.
No. This is a normal surprise. You're used to this surprise.
Oh, man.
So, Cory, this is Desert Financial. They wanted to reach out and do something special for you. They heard about your story, and so we'll go ahead and give the floor over to y'all.
Hi, I'm Jeff Mishi, President and CEO of Desert Financial. We're so thrilled to be able to support you and the family. And we invited our friends from the Cardinals to come out as well. And so we just want to make this an extra special day for you.
No, it's amazing.
Hi, Cory. I'm Nicole Bidwill with the Arizona Cardinals, and we are so happy to be here today. And we hope that this helps relieve some of the pressure on your family. And we just want you to know we're here for you, and we're just so honored to be here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. I'll shake your hand.
We started Random Acts of Kindness back in 2018, and we typically do thousands every year. Most of them aren't as big as this, but when we heard about this story, it was just a natural fit for us to want to get involved. We reached out to the Cardinals because of the connection that Cory has with Ron Wolfley, and they jumped on board immediately. And so it was just great to see everybody coming together this morning to really celebrate the help that we can provide and to make some happiness out of what's a tough experience.
They were very surprised and I think overwhelmed. They had no idea what they were walking into, and you could tell that they very much appreciate the support. It's a lovely family, and our heart goes out to them. And we just hope that the support, the financial support, will relieve some stress.
This, buddy, is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's obviously an unfortunate situation, but everybody in this fire service is here because they're here to help people and support people, and that's what we want to do is take care of people. So I think, especially one of our own. So it's been it's an unfortunate circumstance, but it's been really cool that we've been able to come together.
They know I love them. They know I respect the hell out of them. They know I wish I could be with them on the truck still, and they're just amazing.
That's for you, buddy.
Oh man, thank you.
We think about him every day, every shift, whether it's a sign, a sticker, his shirts. He's well represented here. We're always here for him and his family.
Before this happened, he was the fun guy, the joking guy, who was hilarious to work with. But he's been able to take that aspect of his personality and channel it into handling this with a lot of grace.
It's so easy for me to try to impart some advice, but I know this much right now. God loves him. God loves him.
I think that's always something we try to be mindful, is not living in that victim mindset, being very aware of obviously what's going on, but also, the really good days, enjoy those, and the really hard days, honor that. That's part of this process with this diagnosis also.
Just because of this diagnosis doesn't make my life any more important than anybody else's. Everybody has situations going on, hard stuff going on. I always put myself in other people's shoes. Like, I get it. Life is tough. We're trying to make ALS become ashes. My advice is always the same. I would just take it day by day and be ready for the ups and downs. It's gonna get progressively worse, and surround yourself with loved ones, whether that's your wife, your husband, your family, your friends, whoever can help you, surround yourself with them, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
So I close in saying that I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.
Fans, Cory Nochta.